Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Yep, we're doing this. This is Chase H.Q on the Commodore 64. I'm going to revisit this game because I revisit games on this channel from time to time, but most of the time it's because they're fantastic games and I just want to revisit them. Well, I'm playing a whole bunch of games in that franchise, so it seems only right that I revisit them. I'm revisiting this because I've only ever played this twice. I did a gameplay of it and it was the first time I genuinely ever played it about 10 years ago, and I was amazed. I was amazed at how utterly shit it was when you look at the incredible, at least at the time, because I'd only play that, pedigree of the ZX Spectrum version, and now since then I can say also the Amstrad CPC version. This is clearly dialed in. But then let's be honest, Ocean, you know, they were no saints when it came to dialing stuff in on the Commodore 64, because just look what they did with Robocop, which is also fantastic on the Spectrum and on the Commodore 64 and on the 16-bits, but on the Commodore 64 has a game-breaking bug, which means you can't, once you get to that level, the game crashes, and in order to stop you getting there, they just ramp the time level up, or down I should say, to such an extent that you could not finish the level before. I believe if anyone wants to correct me, by all means, get past that level, like use a poke or something, then the game's fine. But the point is, they knew it was like that and they released it like that, so they must have known that this was just not up to par, and therefore it was just being dialed in because it was a Christmas release. Because the second time I played this, I compared it to the ZX Spectrum version for shits and giggles, because we know which version was gonna win. Spoilers, it's the Spectrum version. I've also compared the Amstrad to the ZX Spectrum version. Maybe I'll update that video in a year or so time and play all three of these. But yeah, this is an absolute stinker. Or is it? Because I haven't played this in at least 4, even maybe 5 years. So let's give it another bash. P.S. that loading screen is shit. So here we go, jump straight into the game. There is no title screen like there is on the ZX Spectrum, but to be fair, there is no title screen on the Amstrad CPC. I'm immediately looking in the window, the gameplay window I should say, and memories come flooding back of how absolutely terrible this is. Your car looks alright, if I could take a positive. I'm not saying it moves right, I'm not saying it moves at all. The fantastic is music. The music's fantastic. You would expect it to be such. So you have your blues and twos at the top of the screen. Whether or not they flash, I don't know, can't remember. At the bottom of the screen we have a bezel that clearly does not need to be there because it's not there on any other version. You could just, you know, represent your turbos on screen, and all your information such as speed and things like that, and your gear are numbers, so they could be represented on screen. I'm guessing it's there to keep the speed or something up like that, but then having said that, don't know. So if you look at the bottom, the bezel, oh yeah, and it just stops the music. The only pleasant part of the game, he says that because I haven't played this yet, remember, for years, the only pleasant part of the game is now officially over. But so you have your score, then you have your time, which is highlighted in yellow, then you have your speed to the right of that, then you have your distance to the right of that, and then you have an actual physical depiction of your gear stick. That's never going to end well, is it? And then underneath that you have a bunch of just stuff that's there for display purposes, such as your steering wheel. This is a hacked ROM, so I've given myself unlimited turbos, unlimited credit, but I haven't given myself one boss, one hit, and I haven't given myself unlimited time because that feels like cheating. But I just wanted to be able to at least get to the bad guys. So I'm assuming space on the keyboard is turbo, and then fire is gear, up is accelerate, down is brake, because that's not going in tears, is it? And I can't play this on the Commodore 64. Not playing this on my C64 Mini, I'm playing this on Frodo on my Wii. So anyway, fire. Stage 1. This is Nancy. Little picture at the bottom left hand corner. No speech. Poor. We've got an emergency. Here. Well, you could put that in a screen. Ralph the Idaho Slasher. It's leaning towards the burbs. Right, anything else? I know I'm sat on my foot and it's slowly going numb. I thought I should tell you that. Target vehicle is a white British sports car. It's a Lotus, love, alright? You can say it. I mean, you've clearly got a Porsche 928 on your box art. And a Lamborghini. Okay. Roger. What happened to his face? And why is there no speech? Saying giddy up boy on the screen is a poor excuse. Turbos are at the top screen, as you can see. Okay. The sound. But more importantly, the frame rate, or lack of it. Distance is on the right hand side, even though it's on your dash counting down. Clearly, I'm going 265 kilometers an hour, which should be miles because we're in America. I know I always say that, but I mean, there is undulation, but you wouldn't notice it because it takes you 2 weeks to get to the top of the hill. This is terrible. I know I'm still right at the start, but this is absolute pants. At least we have a turbo effect. Noise, because the actual effects of hitting the turbo barely seems to speed me up. See, the thing is, if I'm playing this, I might have to do the PC Engine version now, haven't I? Oh look! The road sign. He's just gone in the middle. Look at him! He's gone for a little bit of off-roading. But the thing is, the combination of its shit frame rate, I refuse to believe this is the best the Commodore 64 version could do. I've just changed down. It's shit frame rate, noise that do not reflect speed in any form whatsoever. It's just an underwhelming, slow sludge of a trudge of a game. Bunk. Why is it taking so long to catch? I'm cheating, mind. I got turbos coming up the ass. Alright, I've only used 2. What's my time on? 31 seconds. Sounds like I'm hitting coconuts. Maybe I am. I'm trying to think of driving game. Well, Buggy Boy on the Commodore 64 is absolutely superb, isn't it? I know it's not entirely the same sort of game. And Outrun, which was programmed by a kid, which isn't a brilliant example, but that has a frame rate compared to this. Turbo Outrun on the Commodore 64 is pretty Jim Dandy, to be fair. So this is just clearly dialed in. The tunnel's transparent for a Christmas release. Can you imagine if you didn't know what this was like on the Commodore 64 and then you saw your mates playing on the ZX Spectrum and the Amstrad CPC and you thought, oh, this is going to be superb. I mean, look how good it is on the other versions. It's bound to be amazing on the Commodore. Obviously that kid never owned Robocop. Yeah, and then you got this. SCI on the Commodore 64, if I can get it to work, I can't get it to work on my C64 Mini or Frodo. If I can get it to work, I'll give it a go, because apparently that's a pretty decent version. Right, so, assign a target vehicle. Sure. Am I going to regret not doing one hit, one kill? Time's gone back to a minute. Thunk. Underwhelming sound. I forgot you can flying kick in this game. That's a nice touch. I'm not going to change down because I reckon that I could just get around that with gear. My joystick hand's cramping up like an absolute bastard. Look at his damage. I hit 2 turbos then. I'm glad the clock's technically not counting down in true real time because I'm not going to get anywhere otherwise. Oh yeah, 2s and blues and 2s, whatever they are, they're flashing. They're not big enough, but I do like the fact that you can fly and kick. I can't recall if you can do it in other versions now. I mean, if you absolutely love the arcade and this was the only way you could play it at home, would you have been happy with it? I'd like to say, please correct me, anyone who was both of those things back in the day. And yeah, I'd like to say absolutely not. Or maybe that's just because you would have seen your specky Commodore kids, mates, and even you couldn't fight them in the playground after Christmas that time, could you? Right. Oh, he's on fire? You know those double air flying kicks with cars? They're like double air flying kicks with cars? That was one of them. Hey! Don't care. What's he doing now? Suspicion of first-degree murder. Well, I know you have slightly more than suspicion after banging up his white British sports car, because an important note back then, because it would have been a spree, probably cost a little bit of money. Do I get a turbo bonus because I've got 3 turbos left? I should do, shouldn't I, game? Really? Just saying, just saying. I got to press a button. No, it's just in your own time. What happened to Nancy's face? I'm not reading that shit. Also, what's with the road there? Let's go, Mr. Driver. Why couldn't you put speech in? You didn't just phone this in. You faxed this fucker in, didn't you? So just to remind you people, I'm going 240 kilometers an hour right now. This is not just as bad as I remember, but worse. I think, having only ever played this twice before in my life, both of the times which were for videos, and now this is only the 3rd time in my life, is still probably 2 more times than it actually deserves. What is even going on there? I'm pretty sure if I wasn't cheating, no, that's, I think, no, that's, I don't even know. Yeah, if I wasn't cheating, I wouldn't have even got the first car off the road. Oh, come on. Are you just repeating? Wait a minute. I've just noticed that the track's the same colour. That car's gone tearing up the middle again. I think you're just repeating the first level. I've probably never noticed that before because I may have never got off the first level, or the pain of playing said first level was so much I just didn't want to experience it anymore. But is there a bridge there, a tunnel? If we go up to a tunnel now, after all this shit in the middle of the road, I'm pretty sure you've just copied and pasted the first level. You, even by lazy ass standards, you lazy robbing bastards. You need to apologise for Christmas '89, Ocean. But poor Commodore 64 kids. Yeah, I think we're just rinsing and repeating the first level. I'm not sure what that was that popped in the top right hand corner then. That a score or a high score or a frame rate, or the game just reminding you that it hates you. All those things probably. All those things. Yeah. Don't know what that is. Maybe it is supposed to be part of the game. I doubt it. But at this point, because the game is so shit, I honestly don't know. It's going up. Anyway, concentrate on the car. We're almost there. So you want to get the best out of this game. I think the track obstacles, I'm not sure. Are they different? But you want to get the best out of this game. Cheat. But even then, I still wouldn't recommend playing it. Where's the car? Oh, thank you. And it even slows down once you're in. Like a frame rate thing, not the actual car slowing down. Oh, I don't know, I can't tell anymore. This game is awful. Look at the colours of the other cars as well. I saw a top 10 videos once on YouTube. I can't remember who it was, but I was so stunned by this. I put a post on Facebook that ranked this, and this is not a fanboy statement, this is a person with fucking eyes statement, ranked this higher than the ZX Spectrum version. And not just a little bit. Yoink! Was that the 60s Batmobile or the red one? Right, let's just get this guy and end the pain, because this, like I said, this is worse than I remember. And the fact now I'd probably have to revisit Chase H.Q on the PC Engine, which probably dislike as much as this, believe it or not. Oh, I bought that on myself, haven't Other than that, I think I'm all out of Chase H.Q versions to play, apart from the Game Boy. Which is... He just started... I thought he was going to stop then. That road effect where there's just an extra lane that has no start and just appears out of nowhere. Like the shopkeeper from Mr. Ben. What is that? Also, that noise is getting very, very old. Get in the road. I chased down then and it made no difference. Another positive. At least my lights on my car is flashing a different colour. So I was in top, it just didn't feel like it. I think that's my score, top right corner. Again, don't know, don't care, don't plan on playing it again to find out. I think it's safe to say that this time I will never revisit this again. The things I do for art. Yeah, Chase H.Q on the Commodore 64, albeit you can't even read the text there. Pull over, creep. Yeah, Chase H.Q on the Commodore 64, it is worse than I remember, but I would love to know what you think, especially as I said, if you were, you know, this was the only way you could play it back in the day and you got it, such as a pivotal event like Christmas or your birthday, and what you thought. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.